Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Minipurarachi.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
World Bank to support the President. Sri Lanka needs the assistance of China, says Foreign Minister. Paddy farmer subsidy has been raised to 25,000 rupees. A relief to the fisheries sector also. President advises officers to dedicate for a continued supply of fuel in the country. Gas has been ordered till the 31st of December. Vehicles parked at the Google Face Green to be... Prime Minister instructs not to invite politicians to schools. Colombo International Book Fair from tomorrow. Official media patronage from national television this year too. 12 countries request a ceasefire in Lebanon.
One of those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top story. Minister of Public Security Vijitha Herath says that from 12 midnight today to the 26th, the government has taken steps to provide solutions to obtaining visa, which has been a big problem in accordance with the old methodology. People were in great distress after handing over the visa issuing facility to VFS institution, and especially the tourists who are visiting Sri Lanka had to face a problematic situation due to this. Accordingly, with the mediation of the Ministry of Public Security, steps have been taken to issue visa following the old methodology during the past 24 hours, and from 12 midnight today, people will get the facility of obtaining visa without any difficulty. Applying online visa can be done easily by the foreign tourists now, and visa will be issued within 24 hours from midnight tonight. This is a huge success. Visa problems has been a stressful matter, and now we have given a final solution to getting it advice from the Attorney General, and we are able to act swiftly after the order of the courts. The regularity created by handing over this facility to the VFS institution will be scrutinized under a forensic auditing immediately, and steps will be taken to take illegal action through this auditing into the irregularities happened in this deal in the future. Accordingly, the facility can be availed by those who are in the business and investments field.
The World Bank Group has extended its warm congratulations to the President Anurukumar Dissanayake on his election as the 9th Executive President of Sri Lanka. Issuing a special statement to the President, they have assured that they extend continuous support to the President in his development move. In an official letter, Martin Reiser, Vice President for the South Asia region of the World Bank, and Ricardo Puliti, Vice President for the Asia and Pacific region of the International Finance Corporation, expressed the organization's commitment to supporting Sri Lanka's economic recovery and development. The letter, while recognizing that the country's economic reset requires the state's continued attention, states the opportunities for growth, prosperity and development are equally significant. The letter also affirms the World Bank Group's commitment to fostering inclusive growth and addressing the needs of the country's most vulnerable populations under the new administration's leadership.
And meanwhile, the fertilizer subsidy given to the farmers for the 2024-2025 Maha season has been increased up to 25,000 rupees under the instructions of President Anurukumar Dissanayake. This increased subsidy is effective from the 1st of October. Paddy farmers were given a fertilizer subsidy worth 15,000 per hectare so far. The increased amount will be credited to the bank accounts of the farmers to be used very efficiently and productive manner. Agricultural applications including fertilizer is scheduled to be provided with the aim of proper agriculture management. The President has instructed the Treasury to provide a fuel subsidy to fishing community with effect from the 1st of next month. These amounts are scheduled to be directly credited to the relevant bank accounts of the fishermen. In addition, measures will be taken to the management and the sustainable development of the fishing industry as well. And meanwhile, President Anurakubara Dissanayake informed officials from the Ministry of Power and Energy that the country currently has sufficient fuel reserves to meet the consumption needs.
He stressed the importance of maintaining these reserves to ensure uninterrupted fuel availability for the public and urged officials to efficiently plan for fuel procurement for the upcoming year. The President further assured his full support in facilitating these efforts. This meeting was held at the President's office. During the meeting held today with ministry officials, President Dissanayake directed them to devise a plan for distributing solar panels received through Indian aid to 800 Pirivan. He emphasized the need for a clear roadmap from the ministry to ensure smooth implementation of this initiative. The President also highlighted the importance of expediting projects financed by the Asian Development Bank and other foreign loans. He announced plans to establish a committee tasked with approving foreign aid projects within 3 months with the aim of accelerating their execution. Through this process, he noted projects supported by foreign aid can be implemented more efficiently. President Anurakubara Dissanayake underscored the urgency of accelerating rural development projects and swiftly implementing a system to ensure funds are directed to villages, noting that this approach would rapidly strengthen the rural economy. He expressed confidence in the vital role that government officials play in these efforts and emphasized his expectation that all will work with dedication to achieve these goals. The discussion was attended by President's Secretary Dr. Nandikasanath Kumaranaike, Secretary to the Ministry of Energy Professor Udayanga Hevapala, and a group of other officials.
And meanwhile, the chairman of the electro gas company Mudita Piri says that all gas stocks required until the 31st of December this year have already been ordered. He made these remarks while the media briefing in Colombo today, and he further said that he resigned from his post as the chairman of the electro gas company. Former chairman of the electro gas company Mudita Piri said that a stock of about 90,000 has already been ordered. He said that over 25 vessels have confirmed these orders since the payments have already been made. Therefore, the new political authority will be able to provide gas to the consumers without any hindrance. He further said that he resigned from the post after confirming all the management activities to import the new stocks.
Election Commission says that there is no necessity for the voters who applied for postal votes in the last presidential election again. Commissioner General of the Election Commission Saman Sri Ratnayake expressed these views at a media meet held today. Commissioner General of Elections Saman Sri Ratnayake said that nominations will be accepted for general election from 4th of October to 11th of October noon. Accordingly, a number of 17,140,354 voters are expected in the general election to be held on the 14th of November this year. He added that considering the requirements of the students who are appearing for GCE A-level examination on the 25th of November, the election will be conducted within a limited period of time and postal votes will be accepted for the general election on 13th September and it will end on the 7th October. Since the same voter list will be used in the coming general election, voters who exercise their postal votes need not apply for the same again. The Commission added that all data concerning the voter is with the Commission and the voters whose applications were rejected has to apply again since the Commissioner does not possess their updated data. In case the voters have not applied for postal voting but are in a group that is to be engaged in election duties, have the opportunity to hand over their fresh postal vote application.
And meanwhile, the Elections Commission has declared the number of Parliament members to be elected in the general election of 2024. This includes the deposit by the independent groups and other candidates. In the coming general election, the largest number of parliamentarians will be elected from Gampaha electorate. The number is 19. From Colombo electorate, 18 parliamentarians are to be elected, and in addition, other electorates which are expected to elect 10 or more members of parliament are Kurunegala, Kandy, Kalutara and Ratnapura. Kurunegala electorate will have 15 members, while the number of electorates that will elect 6 to 9 members is 12. They are Nuwara, Galle, Mathura, Hambantota, Jaffna, Wanni, Digamadulla, Putlam, Anuradhapura, Badulla, Monaragala and Kegol. In addition, 5 members of parliament each are expected to be elected from Mathale, Batiklu and Polonnaruwa. Trincomalee will be the electorate where least number of members of parliament to be elected, and the number stands at 4. Chairman of the Elections Commission RMA Lanka said that one parliamentary post each from Colombo and Jaffna district has been reduced and two parliamentary posts have been added, one each to Gampa and Kaluthara districts. He pointed out that in all the other electorates the number of members of parliament will remain the same and added that the difference has been created due to the increase in the number of voters.
Democratic Reforms and Election Studies Institute says that nearly 85 members of parliament losing their pension has become a positive act in the recent history due to the dissolution of parliament before the due period of time. Executive Director of the Democratic Reforms and Election Studies Institute, Manjula Gajanaika, made these remarks at a media gathering held in Colombo today. Executive Director of the Democratic Reforms and Election Studies Institute, Manjula Gajanaika, said that although the pension proposal for members of Parliament came in the year 1979, this can be the first occasion they are going to be deprived of pension benefit. He pointed out that the new members of the Parliament are not like the common citizen of the country who struggles to get 3 meals a day.
The private secretary of the President, Anand Vijaypal, says that with the appointment of new ministers, the luxurious vehicles used by the ministries that park at the Gold Face Green will be engaged in institutions which provide essential services in a safe and a constructive manner. He added that a plan in this regard has already been prepared. President's private secretary Anand Vijaypal says that the policy followed by the last government and the wastage of public money and corruption by them is being demonstrated now. He added that parking facility has become insufficient in the premises of the President's house and 107 vehicles are parked at 4 places outside the premises. He pointed out that on several occasions the last government created various ports and provided a large number of luxurious vehicles for them. He said that these vehicles have been bought using the tax money of the public and responsibility of safeguarding the public money will be done after completely examining all aspects in the connection, and a survey will be conducted regarding the inventory of these vehicles. He further added that a plan has been kept in place for the purpose and the vehicles will be utilized fruitfully and in an efficient manner. He also pointed out that the vehicles are insufficient to be engaged in essential services such as ambulances, and vehicles are also unavailable in the education sector. He said that it has been instructed to distribute these vehicles to concerned departments, and with the instructions of the President, immediate action will be initiated in the coming 2-3 days to allocate vehicles to those places concerned. He further said that the last government has taken steps to supply 16 vehicles to these offices where a ban of import vehicles was placed in 2022.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stresses that justice has to be given immediately to the students of the Grade 5 Scholarship Examination. She made these remarks at a press briefing held with the officials of the Ministry of Education today. Prime Minister informed that a complete investigation has to be conducted with the help of independent experts with regard to the incident of the leakage of question papers, and the report concerned to be presented to her soon. She said that the development of school education is a major aim of the present government, and accordingly more provision has to be allocated to education, and at the same time concerned institutions should take steps to remove the mistrust created in the minds of the people about the Ministry of Education and the Department of Examinations in particular. The Prime Minister pointed out that the conducting of examinations and the declaration of results has to be completed soon, while in filling vacancies of teachers, transparency has to be followed to create trust among the people. She also stressed that the problem of mental health and tension of school children has to be addressed, and programs to provide midday meal has to be drawn attention in order to raise their standard of nutrition. She requested that inviting people's representatives to schools has to be ended. Prime Minister's Secretary Pradeep Sapatantri, Secretary to the Ministry Tilaka Jayasundara also participated in the discussion.
And meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs Vijitha Herat says that China's support is essential for Sri Lanka's effort to end the academic crisis in Sri Lanka. The Minister expressed his gratitude to China for the support extended by the Chinese voluntary institutions to the debt restructuring program during the crisis period. The 75th anniversary of establishing People's Republic of China was marked in Colombo yesterday under the patronage of Minister Vijitha Herath as the chief guest. Former presidents and local and foreign component guests were present at this occasion. During the keynote address, Minister Vijitha Herath praised China's contribution to Sri Lanka.
Over the past 6-7 years, China and Sri Lanka has been supporting each other based on the principles of mutual respect, equality, and mutual benefits. History has proven that no matter how the international situation changes or whether facing the traditional or non-traditional threats, Chinese government and people always stand firmly with the Sri Lanka government and people. China remains trustworthy friend and reliable partner to Sri Lanka. Facts have repeatedly shown that the close and deep the cooperation between China and Sri Lanka, the more capable Sri Lanka will be in safeguarding its sovereignty, security, development, and dignity, and in playing a big role in regional and international affairs. Extend my warm congratulations to our brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka on the successful presidential election. The people of Sri Lanka have now entered a new era and are writing a new chapter of their history. I firmly believe that with the support and assistance from China and other friendly countries, and under the strong leadership of His Excellency President Disanayak, the diligent, intelligent, and heroic people of Sri Lanka will definitely overcome all sorts of the risks and challenges, fully recover from the current crisis, and revive national economy and achieve prosperity.
That Sri Lanka's One China policy is firmly embedded in our foreign policy, both bilaterally and at multilateral fora. We have witnessed in recent times an increasing number of highest level engagements between our two countries, which have contributed to further enhancing our bilateral engagements. In October last year, then President of Sri Lanka attended the third Belt and Road Forum in Beijing, during which he had in-depth exchange of views with President Xi Jinping. Then Prime Minister also visited China this year. The 13th Sri Lanka-China diplomatic consultations concluded successfully in Beijing in June this year. Co-chaired by Secretary of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka and Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of China. A number of memoranda of understanding were also signed in areas focusing on trade, market access, media, education, academic collaboration, and humanitarian assistance. Let me also take this opportunity to express our appreciation for the assistance provided during the economic crisis and to recall the many landmark projects that have been successfully completed under the Belt and Road Initiative. Sri Lanka greatly appreciates the continuous support extended by the Chinese financial institutions in the ongoing debt restructuring process. As we continue to deal with the challenges of economic recovery, Sri Lanka seeks China solidarity, support, and continued partnership for the economic recovery process.
Dr. Senesh Disanaike Bandara today assumed duties as the new chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation.
Dr. Bandara is a veteran professional with a lot of experience in cinema, teledrama, television, radio, newspapers and media, including the social media. An old boy of Nalanda College, Colombo, Dr. Senesh Disanaike Bandara has had higher education at Sri Jawardhanapura University, University of Peradeniya and New York Film Academy. He also obtained his bachelor's, master's degrees and with honours and his doctorate in the field of mass communication and media. He joined the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation as an assistant producer training in 1991. Since then, Dr. Bandara produced programs such as Uda Vikashe Rasakalasa, News Station and 21st Hour in the 90s, contributing to the progress of the organization. The Christmas program We Will Be Home for Christmas, created by him in 1992, won the award for the best musical program of the year. Dr. Bandara, who contributed in the production of the then most popular program Navayai Paha feature program and the program produced for the Rupavahini viewers Yata and Tarunaike Shrava Drushya Arume, has been created as an exception in the television song's videography. Dengue teledrama, which is about the birth of the national anthem, is still being telecast in the national television on the Independence Day. He entered the direction of the teledrama in the year 2000 and produced popular feature teledrama like Fantasy Avenue, Polina Parasara and Arno de Kalape, Vehi Pabalu, Seli and Rala Pibidenathana. Dr. Bandara entered cinema in the year 2004, directing a popular creation, Adaraniya Vasane, which won the hearts of the viewers of the country. Later, he initiated a slant in musical cinema in the country, producing the film Heart FM in 2008. Dr. Disanaike Bandara won the awards Subati, Unda, Raigam and stage drama for the drama Rala Bindenathana in that year, awarded for the best teledrama direction. A university lecturer, Dr. Sinesh Disanaike Bandara is active in the fields of cinema and as a teledrama director, scriptwriter, newspaper editor, writer, columnist, a member of the jury of Cinema and Television Awards as a presenter of television programs. He is an inaugural member of the Advisor of Radio and Social Media, State Newspapers and the Art Forum of the State Television and Art Advisory Board. He is a seasoned professional as an advisor in educational policies of Asian Development Bank. Dr. Sinesh Disanaike Bandara assumed duty as the new chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation in the forenoon today. SLRC new chairman Dr. Sinesh Disanaike Bandara said that the national television was created to fulfill the national requirements but not as a singular Tamil or an English channel. He added that this is not the channel for the president or leader of the opposition but the national channel. He stressed that all of us will have to collectively try in creating the brand called the national television. He was warmly welcomed by the top management and the staff of the corporation in the corporation premises. After a brief program at the reception, he resumed duties.
The 65th commemoration of the late Prime Minister SWRD Bandaranaike, the founder of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, was held this morning. The ceremony took place at the Bandaranaike Samadhi in Horogolla, led by former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga. Floral tributes were paid at the Bandaranaike statue. Chief Prelate of the Askiri chapter, Most Venerable Niyangoda Vijayasiri Thera, Chief Prelate of the Attanakala Rajamahavyarya, Venerable Pannila Nandathera, Mahasangha of the Three Nikayas, Hindu, Catholic, priests and a number of former ministers participated. Another function was organized at the statue of Bandaranaike at the Golfways Green. General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Dayasri Jayasekara, Vice President of the party, Tilanga Sumatipala, and a gathering were present. The Colombo International Book Fair, organized for the 25th time this year, will commence from tomorrow at the BMICH premises.
The official media sponsor of this event is the national television. All arrangements have been finalized to start the Colombo International Book Fair for tomorrow morning. This will be held for 10 days until the 6th of next month. The book fair begins at 9 a.m. and ends 9 p.m. every day. All readers and book lovers are invited to visit the book fair to purchase books. There are over 400 bookstalls in the exhibition this year. As the official media sponsor, the national television has set up the RU Entertainment Sales Outlet. We invite the people to witness the grand event from tomorrow.
new governors assume duties today in the relevant governing offices at the relevant provincial councils. New Governor of the Western Province, Hanif Yusuf, started his duties at his office located in the Western Provincial Council building. After a short ceremony held this morning, he said he will be committed to provide more efficient service to the public. Governor of the Western Province, Hanif Yusuf, said that the President invited him to develop the country. He said that it is useless if a rich person becomes richer. He said that poor person should not become poorer. He said that all pay taxes to the government. He also mentioned that he was impressed by the advice. And new governor of the Uva province, Kapila Jayasekara, also assumed duties in his post. Officials and staff members of the provincial council were present at this occasion. Governor of the Uva province, Kapila Jayasekara, said that as instructed by the president, he will be committed to provide an efficient service to the public, disregarding their economic differences. He said that he will not politically influence genuine public servants. The new governor of the Eastern Province, Professor Jayantalal Ratnasekara, assumed duties at the governor's office, and Trincomalee officials of the Provincial Council and some others were present at this occasion. Governor of the Eastern Province, Professor Jayantalal Ratnasekara, said that the government's main intention is to rebuild the collapsed national unity. The new governor of the Northwestern Province, Varna Surya, also started duties today. Secretary of the former governor, Chief Secretary and the secretaries of the provincial ministries were present at this occasion. New governor of the Northwestern Province, Varna Surya, said that people have high hopes about the new government.
The national organizer of the All Ceylon Agrarian Federation, Namal Karunaratne, says that the struggle which was done on behalf of the common masses were in distress will be continued even from within the government. He made these remarks at a media briefing held in Kurunegala yesterday. National organizer of the All Ceylon Agrarian Federation, Namal Karunaratne, said that the struggle which was started for the people with the participation will be carried forward to achieve success as a reality. He pointed out that this will be done as parties within the government and participants of the government. He also said that they will definitely mediate and revive the farmers' community. Since the victory has not been completed, the campaign has to be carried forward till its local conclusion, and requested them to contribute with the maximum participation and enthusiasm.
Former Minister of State Dilu Mamanagama today joined the Maubima Janata Party. He supported former President Ranil Wickremesinghe in this year's presidential election, leaving Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Dilu Mamanagama has been appointed as the national organizer of the Maubima Janata Party. Dilip Jayavira, party leader, handed over the letter of appointment to him. Former Minister of State Dilu Mamanagama said that SLPP was started with the contribution of the people and the youth, and everyone contributed in it. He added that since the expectations of the party were not fulfilled, he believes that the same trust will be fulfilled under the leadership of Dilip Jayavira. Leader of the Maubima Janata Party, Dilip Jayavira, said that the symbol star was selected in the presidential election as an attraction of another similar party, the Communist Party, but they come as a broad force in the name Sarva Jana Balaya.
And meanwhile, the parliamentarians who supported former President Ranil Wickremesinghe appreciates the decision of the present president to carry forward the stands of the programs initiated by the former president. These views were expressed as a media briefing held at the president's operational office at Flower Road, Colombo. Former MP Professor Ashu Marsingh said that most of the people who were with the former president under the gas cylinder symbol participated in the discussion, and it has been discussed as to who should be the prime ministerial candidate, and the support of everybody is required in this discussion. Is that Sajid says that he will not join UNP, but efforts are on to get the participation of everyone for a successful forward march. Former MP Premnath Sidolawat said that today they thanked the JVP for their decision to take so forward the steps to retain Governor of the Central Bank, Secretary of the Ministry of Finance. He held the decision to retain the government officials along with them.
A book titled Easter Attack was launched in Colombo yesterday. This book was compiled by journalist Sunanda Deshapriya. The unsolved secrets of the Easter Sunday attack have been included in this book. In addition, information gathered from various parties and suggestions made by the relevant selection committees have also been included in the book. Intellectuals, writers and several others were present at this event. Journalist Sunanda Deshapriya said that there should be a handler in the incident. He said that the person who is responsible should be revealed from a proper investigation. He said that such information is very difficult to be uncovered. He said that the State Intelligence Service and the Military Director Board were clearly aware of this incident. He mentioned that when the training camp in Vanathavilu was captured, the State Intelligence Unit visited the camp on the following day. Journalist Tharindra Jayawardena said that in Suranga's book, Suresh Saleh's evidence is mentioned. He said that if we properly go through the answers given by Saleh for the questions, this matter is evident. He said that a famous document has been tabled in Parliament at present with many matters relating to the incident. He said that Suresh Saleh has admitted that he got information about Zaran since 2014. Former Director of the Criminal Investigation Department, Shani Abesekar, said that this attack is not merely an attack which occurred on the 21st of April 2019. He said that this has been conspired in advance as an organized attack.
Colombo High Court today ordered to issue summons to 5 suspects, including the former governor of the central bank, Ajit Nivad Cabral, to appear before courts on the 10th of next month. This order was given with a case filed by the Bribery Commission was fixed for consideration today. Several more news items, including this, will be presented now. Ajit Nivad Cabral and others have been accused that they have caused a loss of 1,840 million rupees to the government by deliberately purchasing treasury bonds issued by the Greek government when Greece was in a severe economic crisis. Indictment have been filed by the Bribery Commission before the Colombo High Court against these respondents earlier as well. Today, summons were issued against former governor of the central bank Ajit Nivad Cabral, former deputy governors Dharmasena Dheerasinghe, Don Vasantha Anand Silva, Chandusri Jayasinghe, Pandita Surivardhana and Megha Ratna. Samaki Janabalavek electoral organizer in Navalapitiya Sasanka Sampath Sanjeev, who was taken into custody, alleged to have attacked a nurse who produced before courts and released on bail following stern warning. The case is to be reconvened on the 28th of next month. The court has also ordered the police to conduct an investigation regarding a threat posed by the complainant against the respondent. A herd of wild elephants, about 100 jambus, are visible at the Mahakanadrava irrigational tank area in Mihinthale these days. Our correspondent reported that a large number of local and foreign tourists are visiting this area these days to view the elephants. The custom has seized 43 kilos of kush drug concealed in 2 travelling bags of a British traveller who arrived in the island from Bangkok. The custom say that the stock of drug has a market value of 436 million rupees. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
You can make a difference. It is your duty to help eradicate dengue. Clean up your environment at least once a week. A message from the Dengue Control Unit of the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back with the international stories. And Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said today that Israel is striking Hezbollah with full force and will not stop until its goals are achieved.
Prime Minister Netanyahu said Israel's policy is clear and they are continuing to strike Hezbollah with full force. Earlier, the Prime Minister's office swiftly denied as false a report Thursday morning that claimed officials expected a ceasefire between Israel and the Lebanese terror group Hezbollah within hours. The United States, European Union and other allies, including several Arab states, had issued a joint call for a 21-day halt in the fighting in Lebanon, where a months-long border conflict has spiked in recent days, with Hezbollah bombarding Israel's north and the Israel Defense Forces hitting the Iran-backed group's infrastructure, much of which is embedded in civilian areas.
Introducing Prima Kottami Korean Ramen.
Let's fire it up.
Welcome back with your sports update. And Kamidu Bendis today became the first cricketer in the world to score more than 50 runs in all the 8 test matches he played. He has set this record in the second test cricket match which started today between Sri Lanka and New Zealand. The match is being held at the Galle International Cricket Stadium, and Speed and Nishan Peiris appeared in his debut for the Sri Lanka as the 167th Test cricketer. Winning the toss, Sri Lanka batted first with Pantham Nissanka and Timoth Karunaratne as openers. The first wicket fell with Sri Lanka had scored just 2 runs in the form of Pantham Nissanka. Dinesh Chandimal, who came in for the fall of the first wicket, but a strong innings was Timoth Karunaratne, who ran out when he was on 46. Dinesh Chandimal scored his 16th century in Test cricket and he scored 116 runs, while Angelo Matthews was able to score his 44th half-century in his Test cricket career. Kamidu Bendis today became the first cricketer in the world to score more than 50 runs in all the 8 test matches he played. He scored his 5th test half-century today, and another feature was him scoring the 4 centuries in the 8 test matches he played so far. At the end of the day's play today, Kamidu was not out on 51 and Angelo Matthews not out on 78, and Sri Lanka was 306 runs for the loss of 3 wickets at the stance today.
Introducing Prima Kottami Korean Ramen.
Let's fire it up.
And with that, we conclude tonight news. Do it tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita signing with Sharifa. Stay safe and good night.
Good night.